part-time seller on apps like Poshmark, eBay, and Depop. Here's what sold over the last week. Of course, last week was Thanksgiving. I did have steady sales, but some very low profits mixed in as well. I had 12 sales last week, so that's pretty good for a holiday week. 7 of those sales were on Poshmark, 3 of those on Depop, and 2 on eBay. We'll start off with Poshmark like usual. I do not recommend picking up Madewell blouses or shirts. I would only stick to denim and more substantial pieces like a jacket or a sweater, something like that. This took so long to sell and made me such a little profit. I shouldn't have picked it up in the first place. This was a surprisingly quick and good flip. It sold for full asking price, this Nike pullover. Don't know why, but I picked it up because it was half off at my local thrift store and I'm very happy with it. I am so glad to see these pants go. They did not sell last season. They are a very small size, but a great brand, Reformation, and they're new with tags. Again, I was surprised that they didn't sell last season, but I am so glad they are off to a new home just in time for the holidays. This took forever to sell as well. Again, Madewell tops are no longer a pickup for me, but I at least did make a profit on this. This, first of all, is a great pickup, great brand if you get a good fabric content in some sort of sport coat, blazer, any sort of formal dress wear for Brooks Brothers. Great pickup. It was funny though, because I was literally looking at my sold chart on my little Google Sheets and I was like, this week I've had okay sales, but just not like a home run item. And then like 2 seconds later, I got an offer for this. I talk about Spanx a lot here and how it's a very hit or miss brand, but pretty much any style or variation of the perfect pants by this brand will sell for good money and relatively quickly. So I would pick up the perfect pant stuff from Spanx. Now these are a good brand and I also got them for half off at my local thrift store and they are in style currently, so that's why I ended up picking these up. I usually do not sell shoes at all, but they sold very quickly as I expected them, at least for shoes. Again, I have sold maybe like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes total, but very happy with the sale. This was another pretty good and pretty fast sale. This, of course, is an Anthropologie brand, Pilcrow, and it's a barrel style, so that's very trendy right now, and I'm glad this sold very quickly for a good profit. Okay, we're now on Depop sales. This sold for an offer of $20. I accepted the offer, sent them a message, told them when I could ship, and then they bought the item. Same thing with this Gap turtleneck. It was just for my own closet, so I didn't have anything into it. I sent them a message, told them when I could ship, and then they decided to purchase. This is a terrible picture of this dress and it does not do it justice, but this sold based on an offer I sent out and then they accepted it, so I didn't have to play a waiting game or anything with them sending me an offer and all that mess. Go watch my other video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm glad that this did sell. eBay sale number 1 was this hoodie that I have had for forever. I don't know why I picked it up. I think I was excited that it was some sort of NBA and plus size, but it has sat for so long. Pretty sure it's just from Rue 21, but it did at least sell and make me a small profit. Last item that sold is this from my own closet. It is a really pretty and pretty heavy duty piece, especially for H&M. I do not pick up H&M. I would pick up cashmere if it's in fantastic condition if I found that at the thrift store, but this is just from my own closet. So again, 12 sales for a holiday week, not bad at all, especially with that Brooks Brothers blazer. Super happy about that. So my total take-home profit after fees, cost of goods, I never pay anything when it comes to shipping, is $233.49.